Hey, how's it going, folks? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Recroom Studio and AI with it. Recroom just had another developer blog talking all about it, and they talk about how they used Recroom Studio and used AI inside of it to make some pretty cool maps and creations inside of Recroom. It's all some pretty great stuff. So without further ado, let's get started and let's check out this dev blog. Recroom Studio and generative AI. It starts off by saying, unless you've been living under a very large rock, you've probably experienced the hype around generative AI. We wanted to share our thoughts on how we think these powerful new tools will impact Recroom, especially Recroom Studio. While it's early days, we think the hype is warranted. Tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and others are becoming more powerful at impressive clip. Every day announces intriguing new possibilities for streamlining, enhancing, and even completely revolutionizing the art and science of game development. We are excited for Recroom creators to integrate AI tools into their workflow, and the obvious starting point for doing that is Recroom Studio. So as Recroom Studio allows creators to import and utilize content from Blender, Maya, Photoshop, and a whole constellation of other tools, it's also a great vehicle for AI-generated content. Here are some experiments we've seen so far. Creator Emma Bitt used generative tools to generate parts of her amazing room, Mountain Spirits, which you can visit right now. It's called Mountain Spirits, as you guys didn't already hear, and inside this room, it's just a real basic map with a bunch of mountains. Now, this is a Recroom Studio room, of course, and obviously the background is AI generated, but it'd be cool to actually know if the mountains and the shapes are also generated as well. Honestly, it doesn't go much into detail, so I really can't confirm that for us because I don't even know myself, but it would actually be nice to know if all these trees and mountains were made with AI as well, which if so, is pretty damn sick. Now, I couldn't actually find this room, but the actual developer blog does say Recroom Studio design lead at Zizyphus has been using Midjourney to create textures for her quilted world room. I tried to find this because I wanted to show you guys the actual room, but I can't, so we have to go based off this actual screenshot. Now, I think it's the same case with the actual room that we saw beforehand. You know, the background is made with AI and we have our basic shapes, but it would still be nice to know if we had a confirmation if AI actually generated the shapes made to make that room as well. If not, pretty cool, and all the shapes look pretty randomly placed and pretty natural for what it is, honestly. And lastly, Gridley has been experimenting with integrating ChatGPT directly into Recroom Studio. In the following image, the red spiraling shapes were generated via a ChatGPT prompt entered directly in the Recroom Studio UI, then published to all of Recroom supported platforms instantly. It's a very simple, interesting test though, and really questions the flexibility of AI, especially when trying to create new things inside of Recroom. And lastly, they end off with these examples barely scratch the surface of what will be possible by combining generative AI with Recroom Studio, but we think they point at an incredibly powerful workflow for our creators. We invite you to discover what's possible, and we can't wait to see what you generate and build. Oh, pretty interesting dev blog from Recroom themselves, and be sure to let me know your guys' thoughts. Are we rocking with it? Be sure to let me know, and it's a nice change from the full body dev blogs that we've been having, and I like making these dev blog videos. As always, be sure to let me know down in the comments below if you guys are actually interested in more dev blog videos whenever Recroom tends to release one. I like covering them. And what are your guys' thoughts on generative AI inside of Recroom? Be sure to let me know down inside the YouTube comments down below if you guys haven't already. And yeah, whilst you folks are doing all of that, be sure to subscribe and punch that like button as it's very important to do so. I'll catch you guys all inside the next video, and without further ado, Brofist. Nee!